Log in and navigate to self-service procurement. So enough of a theory now. We have seen the business scenario. Now let's put it on to action in Oracle Fusion Procurement Cloud. Alright, so for that we have got to log in first and then navigate to self-service procurement. So I'm gonna escape this, and then here I'm gonna go into the browser, and this where you've got to provide the link to sign in into Oracle Applications Cloud. So I'm gonna use the user Kelvin Roth to log in. Hit the sign in button. So it's logging in. Alright, so this is Kelvin Roth, and he's the procurement manager for US1 business unit in Vision Corporation. Now let's go back to the slide, and you see the next step is search and add items to the cart and create a PR. So let's go back here, and the first thing we have to do is navigate to the self-service procurement. So you can simply use this sort of a hamburger menu right over here, and it'll have several options over here. So look for procurement, and as you could see here, procurement, you've got procurement dashboard, procurement requisitions, agreements, purchase orders, and so on. They've got a lot of things. So I'm going to simply click on purchase requisitions, and that will open a shopping portal for me. It's an internal shopping portal, just like any other shopping portal that you would have seen, like Amazon or eBay or Flipkart or other leading shopping portals that you could think about. And here, just like any other shopping portal, you've got to search and find out the items that you're looking to buy, or alternatively you can search by category, or if you know the name of the item, you can use this search feature to type the name of part of the name to search for it. So I'm going to simply go and look the item by category. So since we are looking for laptops, I'm going to go into office technology, and then as you could see, all the items within office technology are loaded. So I'm going to go and choose a laptop. So this is a 10 inches notebook, and this is a 14 inches laptop. So I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to add to the cart this one. And once that's done, let's enter this 19 inches widescreen monitor. So as soon as this is added to the cart, right on the top of the page, the cart will get updated. So right now, as you could see, there is nothing in the cart, but for the first item it takes a while. I don't know why, but later on it's fast enough. So I'm gonna go scroll up and see again. You see it's right there in the cart. Okay, now I'm gonna add a couple of more items over here. You see the 19 inches monitor, I'm gonna add this, and then I'm gonna look for something else, say a 2 TB external hard drive. Yeah, you can add that one as well. So before that, let's go up and see. There should be two items, you see. So I'm gonna go and add this one. Okay, so let's say 3 items in total. Okay, and as you could see, the cart got updated, and you can look at the shopping cart like this. You see it's gonna show you all the items that you have just added. You can either review it, or you can remove it, the items that you have added, using these shortcuts. Or when you hit submit button, it's going to take us to the next form, and it's going to generate a purchase requisition number with a header and lines. So the header will contain information about the purchase requisition, whereas the lines will contain information about all the line items that you are adding over here and a number of other details. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the submit button. Now as you could see, before we hit the submit button, you see there are a number of other stuff over here, such as shopping list. So it's something like wish list that you can possibly create, just like in Amazon, or more tasks over here that you have. For example, you can manually enter requisition lines. If you don't find the item over here and you want to manually enter it, then you can directly jump onto the requisition lines, or you can request for non-catalog items. So these are like catalog items, non-catalog items. You can also request for a new supplier. For example, if you are looking for some consulting services and specialist consulting services, and the supplier is not there in the system, and you want to procure those specialist consulting services from a specialized supplier, then you can potentially request for a new supplier, and then the supplier onboarding, qualification and approval process will take place. If it is integrated with supplier management, and if you have implemented supplier management, then you can potentially take that request. And then you also have update preparer and requester, but I'm not going to go into more details of all that. I'm going to simply go to my shopping cart, okay, and then I'm going to hit the submit button, unless you want to update or remove any of these items. So when I hit the submit button, you could see that the purchase requisition number getting generated in the next form, and we are going to note that information. Okay, you see it's still processing. The cart has gone to 0. You see requisition 20416 was submitted. So I'm going to copy this requisition number and I'm going to note it down on a notepad that I have over here. So I will say purchase requisition number equal this. Okay, and if you wish, you see here you've got an option to view the PDF for the requisition. It is still entered status, it is still not been approved. Okay, and what will happen now, it's going to download a file for the requisition that's just been created. It's going to be a PDF file, and that we can open it right here on our desktop to see. Alright, so the requisition details have been just downloaded as the PDF, so I'm going to open it, and you see here is the requisition and the associated number that we noted it down, 204146. And as you could see, the requisitioning business unit is US1 business unit, entered by Kelvin Roth. Status, it's approved. Okay, so apparently Kelvin Roth, because it's a procurement manager, it got approved automatically. And then the requisition amount you see over here, and the other details you can see down here, the laptop, associated price, the amount, okay, and the charge account, the percentages, all that, you know, comes over here. So basically this is how it looks like. Now this is a report which you can always customize. So as you could see, by default Oracle's logo is coming over here. You may want to include your own logo. So that is a part of small customization which you can always do it of the record, asking your developers or technical consultants to address this one, and then you will have your own logo. If you don't want to see some fields, or if you want additional fields, you can include that one as well as a part of your customization, those are all minor changes. They are not bigger changes which can be potentially done by your technical consultant. So I'm going to close this, and you see I'm going to hit the OK button, and it's going to take me to the requisitions form. So in the next movie I'm going to go and I'm going to discuss more about the sections and fields of a requisition that we have just created.